So it's now the second day in a row that Liza decided that going out at 6:15 a.m. it's too early for her, that she will not wake up even if she gets treats. So now it's 7 a.m. Now she says, okay, now it's better time for me. This works for me much better than previous time. So yeah, and as you can see, fog. Vridna Lulamo. Yeah, she's so lazy. I'm seriously considering getting another dog just to make her move a little bit faster or wake up on the, you know, regularly scheduled time, because, you know, 7 a.m. doesn't work for me. So I like to be at home already at 7 or even before 7. Yeah, because, you know, when I was still going to the classes, you know, in basically, yeah, for my life. So in Lizzie, pridi, grivaj tukaj, okay, grivaj tukaj. 2 seconds, 1 second, green. So when was I going, when I was attending elementary school, we started the morning at 7:45. So this was a regular start, but sometimes we had, you know, so-called pre-hour, which means... Okay. Which means, you know, we had started at 7 already. So yeah. And then in secondary, so after elementary, so in the gymnasium, we also had start at 7:45 or at 1 p.m. Yeah, we had basically 1 week in the morning, 1 week in the afternoon. So that was for 4 years. And then when I got to the university, lectures always at the University of Ljubljana Faculty of Theology, they always started at 8. So yeah, 15 minutes later, wow. Lizzie, tukaj greva, ne greva kje. I don't know why she's going in that direction. We never go there in the morning. Pridna lulala, yeah. So yeah, it was at 8th hour in the morning we started, and then, you know, usually we would be finished by 1, 2 in the afternoon, plus a lot of the time we had, you know, break for 2 hours, and then afternoon lectures. And then when I was doing my master's, that was much more easier. So I had you have I think it was half of obligatory subjects and half of the subjects you could pick. So fortunately for me, all the subjects that I picked, so much fog. So elective classes, subjects, it all basically worked in my favor, which means there were no, overlap between them. And the other thing is, I had all my subjects, well, all my classes. Okay, Liza doing her thing, so we will end on here. Well, take a break. Okay, Liza is done. I have collected the samples, for free, of course. And she also provided them for free. So back to my masters. Fortunately for me, all the classes fit in only 3 days, so I only had to go to the faculty 3 times per week. So, and one day was also at 8 a.m. The other was a little bit later, and one was around noon. But that means that I had, I think 2 days from those 3, I had, quite a large gap in, let's say, in the around noon. And then I had, 2 more lectures in the afternoon. But that was pretty convenient. But okay, then we had my PhD course, which was even more, let's say, convenient regarding early morning or walking. Okay, we had another interruption, meeting with the Scottish representative. So, Liza, gremo tlele. Pridi tukaj. Oj. A zdaj ga boš pa ti čakala. Čist ista oseba je kot prej. Ti rečem, čist nič se ni spremenil. Tukaj. Glej, kuža more kakati, no, daj človeku pusti mir. Daj človeku mir, da kaka. So, okay. Too many dogs in this time. So this is one of the reasons why I like to go earlier. And as you can see, another dog walker there. So I was talking about, started to talk about PhD course, and this was even more convenient regarding, early morning walks, because we didn't have any lectures in the morning. And we had, a few lectures. So basically, you had when I entered the PhD program, there was just they just renovated it, refurbished it, and they shortened it from 4 years as usual to 3 years. And basically that means during your first year you have some lectures to attend, basically, and there is I think your requirements in that year were also you had to make a proposal, official proposal for your PhD dissertation. The second year you needed to do, I think it was only one course. It was an elective external course. Basically your advisor or mentor assigned you additional, one course which you had to take outside of your department. So okay, I was at the Department of History, and I at first thought that you needed to be, the external course needed to be outside of your faculty or even your university, because my advisor assigned me a course at the University of Maribor, which is basically 2 hours by train away. And later, of course, I realized that my advisor and this professor are basically friends, and from the same region, and also they play in the same band, so yeah, this is one, but also he's historian. So unfortunately for me, we came to, let's say, agreement that basically I don't have to come up for any lectures, because I didn't have to have any lectures from him. I just needed to submit one chapter from my dissertation. And I had to go to Maribor to get his autograph that I completed the course. So yeah, in this day and age, of electronics, I spent basically the whole day going up and down from Ljubljana to Maribor and Maribor Ljubljana to get a signature from a guy. So yeah, but majority, so in the second year we had one course, and you had to officially submit your application for the PhD dissertation. And then in the third year you had to submit, you didn't have any lectures anymore, you had to submit your dissertation, plus additional requirement was that you had to had at least one article published in the scientific magazine. But let's say, because our professors were used to 4-year long course or program, so I submitted the finished there are steps before the PhD dissertation is finished, so I stopped writing, and we are waiting 40 seconds. Some treats for Liza. So there are steps regarding how the procedure works around PhD dissertation. So first you have to submit your application, your proposal that has to be approved by your advisor, by the department, and then by the faculty. Yeah. 2 seconds, let's go. Yeah, I think only faculty. I think the approval doesn't go to the university level, but I'm not sure. So it's a lot of bureaucracy. And so, okay, and then in my case, I finished writing the dissertation. It had roughly over 600 pages. Usually you need only 100 pages to complete PhD, but I was very into the subject matter and found a lot of archival documents and other sources. So I submitted, and I had 2 advisors. One was internal, so employed at the faculty, so at the Department of History, and one was external, employed at the Institute of Contemporary History. So when I finished the writing, I had to submit for the approval, for the review, to both advisors, and that took some time because one of the advisors was, let's say, ill. He had a surgery, nothing major, but just long enough that he was out of commission for some time. And my main advisor was pretty busy because that year was I think the last year that the pre-Bologna programs were still able to finish in the regular way. So they had a lot of people trying to finish the undergrad, grad, or PhD. So I then got a couple of months, it went by, and then I got back. There comments, suggestions, corrections. Most likely, most of them were, comments. It's too long. Shorten it. So yeah, at the end, I spent 1 month trimming a bit. So at the end, it was 550 pages long. And then you had to submit it to the department for a review. So 3 other department members have to approve that this dissertation is good, acceptable. It has to go on, and then it has to go to the faculty. So to the faculty board for PhD programs, they have to approve. And then it has to go to the university so that they approve. And when they all approve that everything is okay, fortunately for me, my PhD was in history. If I had any, ethical dilemmas, like in the field of medicine or ethics, or I don't know, even in social sciences, when you have personal questions, private questions regarding people's lives, you have to submit to the ethical commission, and that takes some time for them to approve. And again, not on the faculty level, but also on university level. because PhD is given, awarded by the university, not the faculty. So yeah, and when you have all the approvals back, then you can have your crowning moment, which means the defense of the dissertation. It basically means you have a panel of 3 people, in my case 4, because both advisors were part of the committee or the board. And at first your main advisor will present you your work, and then you have to present your dissertation, and then each of the panel members, so I'm using board committee, I don't know what you're using, but actually we use commission. Yeah, so the fourth word to describe them. And yeah, then they have the questions, then you have, and basically because the point of the PhD to present something new, most of the time the people in commission have general knowledge of your subject matter, but not so in depth knowledge as you have. So usually you get the questions that are more related to their research, to their field, and then that is somewhat connected to your field of research, topic of research. And then you have to answer it, and then if there are any questions from the audience, and then you are proclaimed, of course if you do, that you have successfully defended your PhD dissertation, and you're then proclaimed. Well, in Slovenia, immediately after successful defense, you are awarded the title of doctor. But a couple of months later, you have official ceremony promotion when the rector, so the head of the university, officially give. Čakam autico, ne morva čez. Liza wants to go already, but we can't. So officially gives you your. Okay, you're going across. You get your official diploma, PhD diploma. So yeah, that's it. Another walk and talk during the morning walk with this one.